You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go. Round one. Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor. This is about as big a fight as we can put together.
I mean, we have seen this on more than one occasion, and I gotta be honest, I am still as excited as the first time they set foot on the dais for a press conference. This is a big fight. It will always be a big fight. I can't wait to get started.
Perhaps we get a little bit of a feeling out process here early.
No, these boys hate each other. They just want to fight.
Well, few fighters manage distance as efficiently and as well as Conor McGregor, and there's that left hand finding its home early.
Oh, he does a great job of setting you up, man. You saw it in the Jose Aldo fight. The guy will just step back a little bit and bang, drops the straight left on you that can end your night. He not only throws this fast, he also is so accurate, and that allows him to finish so many fights. These boys are standing right in front of each other, just kind of going at it.
Keeps going back to that jab, keeps throwing that jab, but unable to let. Nice connection there by Nate Diaz. Not a guy you want to let get going here on the feet, DC.
No, because it's all downhill with Nate, right? It's the activity that will overwhelm his opponents, and this looks like the start of that.
So just over 20 total strikes have already landed for Nate Diaz. Oh, and there he goes, working off. Oh, what a shot to the body. His opponent crippled, but not out yet.
He's trying to keep a good poker face, but he's hurt very, very bad.
Oh, misses with the jab. All right, so now we start to see some bruising appearing on the torso, and all of that courtesy of the body work of his opponent.
Just the wherewithal to go to the body and the discipline to stay with that approach. I mean, it's just tremendous. You see a fighter with a high fight IQ following a game plan, and it's working.
McGregor's nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent. Well, he continues to stay busy. What do they say, DC? Punches in bunches?
Punches in bunches. He's landing them upside his opponent's head over and over again.
Effective jab there by McGregor. Diaz's nose is bleeding now. Looks to be cut, perhaps there on the bridge. 45 seconds to go here in round one. Nice 1-2 there. 30 seconds now to go in the opening round.
Nice straight punch. Oh, nice right hand.
Horn sounds for the end of round one. All right, so the round is over, and you see some obvious bleeding now. Looks like the cut is on the nose. Yes, it is. Cutman will try to get in there and shut it, but of course, as soon as he absorbs a strike this next round, that thing could reopen. Certainly bears watching here moving forward. All right, the truck has produced some replays from that previous round. Perhaps we can even isolate the strike that opened up that cut on the bridge of his nose.
It's nasty, and it's in a bad spot because the reality is, when you can't breathe through your nose, you start to open your mouth, but the blood is dripping down into your mouth. How is he going to breathe in order to have a chance to win this fight?
You ready? You ready? Let's do it.
All right, round two. All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back and forth action in the previous round.
Yes, it wasn't a bar fight. It wasn't two guys throwing the kitchen sink at each other. But you did see times where they came together and you saw the skill level of these two fighters.
Well, I think I can smell the blood at this point in time. That canvas didn't look like that a few fights ago. Blood is flowing from that cut with every passing strike.
Every strike. And it burns. John, it burns so bad. When you get cut like that, every time a shot lands, it just burns. So this guy needs to try to find a way to not take and limit the damage he's taken to this cut. Easier said than done, though.
Well, it's been a wild fight thus far. Perhaps a contender for some bonus money at fight's end. These guys are going to have to dig deep. They're both hurt.
They're both hurt. You expected it, though. You expected a close fight. You did not expect a war like this, though, where both guys, from the moment they said fight, went forward, got in each other's face, and just beat each other up. It's been tremendous.
Well, the numbers continue to pile up. 54 total strikes have now landed for Conor McGregor, landing with 41% accuracy tonight against Nate Diaz. So the blood really starting to flow every time. Effective punch there by Diaz. So pretty good recovery by the opponent after getting stunned pretty good. Gotta capitalize on those opportunities.
I mean, you can't waste these opportunities. You don't get them as often as you'd like. So when you get a guy hurt, you gotta find a way to finish the fight.
Oh, and he caught the kick. All right, so he catches the kick and promptly counters with the takedown and puts him on his back. Nicely done there.
He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew if he had an opportunity to secure a leg off of the kick, he would go right to his takedown, and it worked to perfection.
McGregor is blocking well now. Made the adjustment, protecting what is an already damaged nose. Diaz's nose is just pouring blood right now. I'm no doctor, Daniel, but I'm not sure that thing isn't broken right now. That's as good a punch as he's thrown all night.
The punch that lands down the middle, the one that you don't feel, is the ones that land perfect, and that one landed perfect.
So I'm gonna hit you, and then you hit me. Back and forth we go. This is one of the best fights I've called all year.
Yeah, one of the best fights, and the blood, the injuries only add to the intrigue. It only adds to who's gonna continue down the path and get the hand raised. Both of these guys are so tough. They really have laid it on the line.
This is wild. These guys are both throwing everything with fight-ending intentions. All right, round three coming up next. Man, this fight has been pretty wild. A lot of high-octane output on both sides, and candidly, neither fighter looking too good here.
It's the output. I mean, both of these guys have got their foot on the gas from the start of the fight. They've worked really, really hard to get to where they are right now. They're both going to have to rely on the toughness to drag them through the very difficult moments.
All right, well, I'm no doctor. I'm not going to diagnose a broken nose.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Third round underway. Misses with the right hand. McGregor's nose is just donating blood by the second here. I'm not so sure that nose isn't broken, DC.
That was a nice strike. Caught that. Now, there's danger in that, too, because when you start reaching out to catch that kick, you're coming to block that one.
Diaz is really bleeding something fierce now. That cut is not getting any better. And able to avoid the punch there. Nice slip by McGregor. 3 minutes to go in round three. Man, that Conor McGregor left hand is just an absolute piston, and it lands again.
It's like an atom bomb. Like, he hits people and they fall down. And he understands the power that he possesses. So he's willing to throw it over and over again. I just keep thinking back to him in Eddie Alvarez, how every time he hit him, he just knocked him out of his shoes. Conor McGregor's left hand is as good of a single strike as there is in the UFC.
Yeah, he needs to register that. McGregor's nose is absolutely mangled at this stage of the fight. I'm no doctor, but I feel pretty convicted in saying that.
Massive hook lands, and his opponent seems to be on his way out of the fight.
Well, let's see if he goes to set up the hook again. He has really done a nice job punctuating his combinations with that hook tonight. try to establish that jab. Diaz's nose is unrecognizable. It is mangled. It is cut open. I think it's probably broken at this point in time. Surgery next week. But a lot of blood now, and yes, the doctor is going to be called in. The referee pauses the action. His nose is absolutely mangled.
It's smashed. He's done a great job of smashing that nose, pushing it back. You see the blood coming down the face into the mouth. But it should not affect him being able to see his opponent in front of him.
Well, the fighter certainly wants to stay in it. It's been a great fight thus far. And it looks like, at least for now, he's going to be allowed to stay in this fight. We'll see how long he can last. Third round underway.
Come on, guys, come on.
All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round. McGregor's an absolute mess. I wonder if they might call in the ringside physician and potentially stop this fight. And both fighters exchange in the pocket. 20 seconds left. Don't wait. Just out of range with that left hook. That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds. All right, so somewhat remarkably, we have made it to the end of the round. Both fighters have been cut up severely.
Yeah, and his corner's going to have some work to do on him. And for as bad as he looked, Johns, his opponent is as beat up as he is.
Right, I think that's part of the reason why the corner is not getting involved, because they feel like there has been a lot of damage sustained on the other side as well, as we look back at some of the replays.
I mean, these guys just beat each other up. Both of them landed beautiful strikes.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so after one of the more entertaining rounds in recent UFC history, our next round is upon us. As effective as straight punches we've seen all night.
Huge straight punch lands, and he's got him hurt very bad.
Mixed martial arts, folks, this is absolutely crazy. Both fighters dealing with critical damage and cuts. There's blood everywhere.
Fans, stand up and give applause to these two men who are laying it all out on the line in the octagon tonight. Both dealing with cuts, both critical, but both unwilling to take a step back for your entertainment.
Front kick by McGregor. Diaz is an absolutely bloody mess right now. Cut man knows he's got his work cut out for him between rounds.
And there's that jab.
Well, he is clearly faded in this one, and I'm not talking about the high and tight skin fade on my man Daniel Cormier. He got stunned earlier in the round, and mentally I feel like he checked out a little bit.
He hasn't been able to build back and fight the way that...
I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he is on Beach Street right now. He's seeing Tweety birds over the top of his head. When you take a hook like that, you are on wobbly legs.
Oh, big left hook there.
Oh, nice body shot. He's hurt bad. Wow, what a fight. Oh, he's in trouble right now. He's got a...
Oh, he gets back up, but barely. Look how wobbly he is. Well, the right hand has been there at times, not that time. Oh, and he caught the kick. Well, he is really starting to apply a lot of pressure here down the stretch. Not as much offense earlier in the fight. He is making up for lost time now. This fight's going to be over.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high when his opponent thought he was going low, and now he's got him hurt very bad.
Back to the feet. Under a minute.
That knee hurt him.
All right, so the referee has called for the ringside physician. Perhaps enough damage now to stop the fight.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much. It's over. Stop the fight.
Gotta stop the fight. Yes, and the doctor will do just that. I know the fans don't like it, but you gotta tune out that noise if you are the doctor, the referee, and allow him to fight another day. All right, let's get it inside to Bruce Buffer. He has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight, declaring the winner by TKO, Nate Diaz.
All right, so a huge win for Nate Diaz. The celebration is on, of course, in Stockton, California and beyond. And I know we all wish we would see Nate more often, but whenever he shows up to fight, always able to do so at a high level.
Nate Diaz has become a massive star in the UFC. He believes in himself. He trains extremely hard, and when he goes into the octagon, he always gives you 110%. Tonight, that was enough to get his hand raised.